Hey, what's going on, everybody? I know, I held off for a long time putting that video up on the alligator because it said in a few days it was going to grow to 600 times its size. And it had some growth issues. So I figured I'd be fair, I'd give it a week and to see how big it got. And it did get bigger. I'll show you that in a minute. I was going through my knife drawer. I was going through my drawers, yo. I was going through my knife drawer and I was saying to myself, did I ever even do a video on this kukri? I think if you have a knife collection or a blade collection, there's two things you should always have. It's a kukri from Nepal and a hand-forged Japanese sword. I'm still working on the right sword. I haven't found the right sword. I found a couple that I really liked. Ramen was one I liked. Rayomen was one I liked. And a sushi, I think it was. A suki or sushi. Those were two that I really, really liked. But the thing about it is, I don't want a practice sword. I want a battle-ready sword. Like a sword, hand-forged, clay-tempered, that you could take into battle. I know I'm not going to take it into battle. I understand that. But I've had practice swords before, and even trying to cut like some mats, they broke. And they're razor sharp. And, it's just a drag. I want one that's just, I want it for display purposes, and I want it to be useful. I want it to be, if I did need to use it, which I know I'm not gonna, but if I did need to use it, if WORL came around, no, if I did need to use it, where are all those fucking assholes? Yes, the sound of WORL, and I'm Mr. Lock and fucking shove it up my ass. I predict by September the apple will fall. Where are all those douchebags? They're all gone. They blew away like the jackass who said the world was going to come to an end 4 times this year. And, the thing is, you gotta take things with a grain of salt, and I'll give it to you that way. That's the best way to put it. You can't sit there and say, when someone makes a prediction, he's only human, man. He can go by all the statistics in the world, and it's not going to work because he's only human. Zombie apocalypse. Did it happen? No, it did not. Did the world come to an end? No, it did not. Did the dollar fail? No, it did not. Are we in WRL? Is it a possibility? Sure, everything's a possibility in this world. It's just unsure times, but you can't live your life sitting on the couch with a fucking AK-47 on your lap going to yourself, yeah, this is what I'm going to do when it goes down, man. Me and my posse have been training. We've been surviving on apples and moss for the past 2 years. We're ready. We're equipped. You're a bunch of fucking clowns is what you are. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. But, I mean, to sit there and pump these propaganda videos up of utter fucking nonsense is, wow, I really went off there. I've been mad about this for a while. I've been mad about a lot of things for a while, but we won't get into all. But that is one of taking advantage of people. Spinning this tale of all kinds of bad stuff happening, while at the same time marketing products from people that you know for your own personal profit. It's like the oldest story in the world. So, enough of that. I'm not going to harp on it. And I'm not sitting here on my couch with a tactical vest on and a handgun in my chest and an AK-47. And I will not ever will you ever see me do a video with mirrored sunglasses on. The cheese factor in that is so high, there's not enough crackers to spread that shit on. These people who put these videos up with the gloves, the mirrored sunglasses, or the masks on, they should be scooped up and put right on Douchebag Island. Straight back, you've been deported, your card's been pulled, you are being deported straight back to Douchebag Island. That's where you belong. Right on Douchebag Island. Alright. So let me show you what I got going on here. This kukri is so cool. It's made out of leaf springs from trucks, hand forged in Nepal. These were carried by the Gurkha, and this is one of their like kind of sacred blades, man. You're not supposed to pull this sucker out unless you're drawing blood, like WRL. Where's my shades? But this is just a collector's piece for me. It's pretty badass, man. It's very badass. Came from Nepal. Took about a month to get here, something like that, and I'm very impressed with it. These are, man, these little guys, these little Nepalese cats, they're small people. They're the wee people. Oh, the wee people. Oh, the wee people. No, they were small people, but they were fierce warriors, and a lot of times they would run out of ammo. Not because they were like not prepared, but it's just war. They'd run out of ammo, and these guys would do a kukri charge and just start chopping fucking people's heads off with these things. Did you ever see that movie, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, where they had these little prune pygmy people, and they lived in the fireplace, and they'd come out at night and they'd drag you down the stairs, they'd tie you up, drag you down the stairs. Like 10 of them were like Gullivers, like little munchkins would pull you down to the fireplace and they'd eat you. Same concept. These little guys were badass. They may have been small, but their fighting spirit was crazy. Alright, so enough of that. Let's move on to the alligator that has grown 600 times its size. I have to go get it. It's huge. I have it in a wheelbarrow right now. It's because it's 600 times the original size. Let's bring the wheelbarrow over. There it is. 600 times its size. More like... Looks like he's more like... I don't know. 4 times his size? Maybe 6 times his size. I think the labeling on the package from China was wrong, and that's why it was in the dollar store, because it gets to be 6 times its size, not 600 times its size. So it's weird. It's gushy and big and weird, and it got all kinds of tumors on it, and just fucking weird, man. So I waited a week for this thing to get to be 600 times its size, and it got to be like, I don't know, 6 or 4 times its size. So the mystery is solved. The questions have all been answered. That's what happens when you go to the dollar store and you buy toys and you believe the directions. I don't know why I can't stop burping. So that's about it. How long is it now? How long is it? Got a tape measure now. Oh, no one's going to be able to stop me now. Let's see here. Tape measure. Right. We're at 20 inches. 20 inches. So I say it got a good... It got itself good. It grew about 4 to 5 times its size, 6 maybe. Isn't it weird? Now, if you were a kid and you were waiting for this thing to grow to 600 times its size, I would just be jumping in the river right now. I'd be going crazy after a week. And now I'm supposed to wait for it to shrink back to its original size. So if you leave it out of the water, it's supposed to magically shrink back to its original size. So what's going on with me? Not much if I'm sitting here at 8:29 in the morning playing with a water-activated rubber lizard. Not too much. I'm not working now. I've been sick for a while. We all know what that's all about. So I'm going through therapy to try and get better, to try and get as good as I can get. And it's a drag. I'm still trying to... It's been 2 months, man. I've gotten no disability as of yet. Didn't work out. Well, it's going to work out, but I mean, if you were waiting for disability, like if you didn't have help from anybody, or you had to feed yourself, or not have them repossess your car or throw you out of where you live or pay any of your bills or pay any of your doctor's bills, you would be fucked. Fucked is the best way to put it. You would be fucked because the way they drag their heels with disability is unreal. Absolutely unreal. If I didn't have help from my parents, I wouldn't be able to have food. I wouldn't be able to go to the doctor. I wouldn't have gas for my car. They would have repossessed my car about a month ago. I would have been thrown out of my house. My electricity would have been shut off. And when I call, they're like, oh, well, I don't have any information on it right now. Call back next week. Oh, groovy, man. So what do I do for food? What do I do? Well, there's a number you can call. Who's the number? Homie the fucking clown? Who's going to answer the questions? If you can't answer the questions, who will? Oh, a lot of bitterness there. All right, guys. Later.